Hi everyone, today I'm doing a collaborative project with Handcrafter, and she sent me some UV resins to share with you guys, and these are all 25-gram bottles. So she sent me clear, she also sent me some pink, blue, and the last color is violet. And today I will be using the following two molds that I got from Japan, and you can actually find similar molds to these on Handcrafter's site as well, which more information will be at the end of the video. So here is the bottle, and the instructions on the back are in English, so you don't have to worry about any language barrier since they are shipping from Hong Kong. And today I'm going to be using the two methods, hardening in sunlight and under a UV lamp. And under sunlight it says 10 to 30 minutes. And the tip is already cut, so you don't have to do anything, it's already opened. So for this particular video, I'm going to be using all four colors in the same socket of the mold and creating this really pretty effect. Later on in the season, I will be using this mold again using epoxy resin, but since this mold was originally made for UV resin, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to use it. So as you can see, I'm just adding the colors one by one and kind of going back and forth between the colors to create a cool effect. And then later on, I am going to be using my toothpick to swirl the design around a little bit. Now you will notice some bubbles, and what I would recommend for this is if you want to prevent the bubbles from forming at all, I would just squirt the UV resin slower, because this UV resin is said to be flammable, so I wouldn't recommend using a lighter to pop the bubbles. But if you really want to use a lighter, I would just swipe it across the resin really quickly. Now I also use the tiny mold, and as you can see, I'm pouring it a little slower here. Next, I set them at my windowsill for about 30 minutes to let the curing process begin. And at the end of the 30 minutes, I went to unmold, and you can see that the back of the camera, the large camera, is a little bumpy, but the front of the camera is perfect. It's beautiful. You can see all the details, and here is a close-up so you can see that. There were some bigger bubbles in the middle of the piece, but I think that has to do with the curing process and the fact that this is a bigger piece. Maybe the resin didn't fully cure in the middle before I unmolded. But for the smaller piece, you can see that the back is perfectly flat and the front is detailed as always. So what I did was I wanted to remake the larger piece, and here are the 5 pieces that I made using this resin, and I'm going to talk about each of them a little bit. So with these larger pieces, you can see that all the details came out perfectly with the UV resin. Any bubbles you see are in the middle, so it's kind of sandwiched in between the hardened exterior, and it's actually really cool in my opinion. Now the second piece I made, I wanted to see how it would look under the UV lamp. The UV lamp cured in about 5 minutes. I left it in there for 10 minutes just in case, and look how pretty the effect is. So there is this kind of luminescent daydream effect to this piece. All the details still came out perfectly. There are no bubbles at all, and this resin is hard as a rock. It's not bendy, it's just amazing, and I think it came out really well. And then here is the back that I was mentioning was a little bumpy. So this one I put by the windowsill, and you can see there are a little more bumps, and that might have to do with the fact that I put it near my windowsill at around 5 p.m. when the sun was setting, so maybe it had a harder time hardening. And then this one here I put under the UV lamp, and there's less bumps, but you can still see the swirls of when I use my toothpick to mix in the colors. So maybe a better idea would be to add another layer of resin and smearing it straight across. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now with these smaller pieces, the back was completely flat and there were no swirls or any bumps, so I think that UV resin probably works better with smaller molds. Now please keep in mind I don't use UV resin very often, but it seemed to have a better time curing in smaller molds. And this is pretty much the entire review. Now, if you ask me if I would repurchase or purchase these myself, I would definitely rebuy the clear one because I feel like it's very versatile, and I actually really like the blue as well because it was really pigmented. And here is the molds that I use. Again, I purchased these from Japan, but you'll find similar molds on Handcrafter's site. So here is a look at her site. You may have seen it from Maqaroon's videos, where Maqaroon has done a lot of the soap clay tutorials and wool felting based on Handcrafter's products. And here I'm just showing you the UV resin product on her website right now, and it's only $13 for a 25-gram bottle, and it's awesome because there is 10 different colors you can use. I got violet, blue, and pink and clear, and you can also mix the two resin colors together, and again, you don't have to pigment these at all. You can also choose to buy larger bottles, the 100 gram, 200 or 500 gram, and there are also metal charms that you can purchase to use with the UV resin or with your epoxy resin, whichever. And here is a look at her mold. So as you can see, they're very similar molds to the ones I have. Now I did try looking for the camera mold, but I didn't see it here, so I guess maybe they only had it in Japan where I bought mine. But you can always message her and see if she carries that mold, because I think I saw it on her website before. Now here is the entire video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and then here are some more close-up photos of the second large camera piece that I made that I thought would be a better representation of the UV resin. Thank you so much, Handcrafter, for working with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.